too hard.
Believe it or not, this is take 3. I'm your old pal Bulldog, and this is Pure Power Wrestling PowerSlamTV on Shaw. We're not going to keep you waiting long. Tonight, our main event. Tyler Knox teaming up with Cyanide, who hasn't been in action for a good 6 or 7 months now, taking on Dewey, Robson, and Jumpin Josh. That's going to be exciting. But before we get there, Killer B puts his life on the line when he tries to take on the Cowboy Bryn Watts, who's been on a rage streak lately that is just second to none. But first, we got a battle of the heavyweights. First things first. Bradley Graham versus the Stormbringer, more than 600 pounds. I can't wait to see this one. There we go. It would appear as though the bad seeds have basically made up for. I mean, over the last several weeks, we've seen quite a few mishaps as a result of miscommunication, and right now, I mean, I'm happy to report that they're seemingly have put all their differences aside, and they're pushing forward as friends, and clearly they're both in fantastic moods as the Stormbringer gets ready to take on one of the most powerful men you will ever see in your life, the big sexy beast, Bradley Graham. Bradley Graham, who's won strongman contests just in his leisure time, is about to take on the Stormbringer, the wily veteran who's... I feel bad for the Stormbringer, to be honest with you, because he's been going through emotional turmoil the past several weeks, like I said. But looks like they're all squared up and their differences are settled, and now the fun-loving big sexy beast is ready to basically punch somebody right in his mouth. All we need is a bell, and this one's going to get going. I got goosebumps, folks. I got goosebumps. I got shivers down my spine. Hey, oh. Wait a minute. Stormbringer getting out of the gate a little bit early, focusing on the leg of Bradley Graham. Stormbringer jumping the gun. Wisely going after one of the legs of Bradley Graham. I mean, that's wrestling psychology 101. If you want to be a big man, you got to take out one of the legs. Here we go. Irish whip reversal. Bradley Graham firing the Stormbringer into the corner. Boom. Humping and a bumping. Here we go. Another one. Boom. In the corner. Oh, big splash. Stormbringer looks to be a little bit on Dream Street. Look at the power. My goodness. Bradley Graham easily scooped up the Stormbringer for that big body slam. I'm telling you, man, the power this man possesses is just off the charts. He is so bloody strong. A man who's nearly 300 pounds in the Stormbringer, who doesn't want to be picked up, by the way, and Bradley Graham hoists him up like he's nothing. It just baffles me. Here we go now. Here we go. Oh, Cowboy Bryn Watts has it. Oh. Cowboy Bryn Watts catching the attention of Bradley Graham, who was on to that trick from the last week. Now he's getting choked in the corner by Stormbringer, who took advantage of the distraction. Irish whip in the corner. My goodness, the whole ring just shifted over about 2 inches. Stormbringer missing Bradley Graham, catching the turnbuckle. Bradley Graham turning this around. Arm wringer. What's he going to do with it? It's going to hurt, right? Whatever it is he decides to do with it, but let's just see where he's going with it. Ow! Ow! Oh, you can just see the joints popping when Bradley Graham pulled Stormbringer's arm off that arm wringer. My goodness. Look at him beat on that arm. That's unusually aggressive for Bradley Graham. I mean, humping and bumping makes him happier than anybody else, but he's really working this hammerlock, putting Stormbringer into a world of hurt. This can be a submission hold if you get the leverage proper and you have the power and technique. It can be a submission hold. Bradley Graham wisely holding on. If Stormbringer won't submit, at least he can stay in control of the Stormbringer's body. So you can see why Bradley Graham would be reluctant to give up this hold. Ref Glenn calling for a clean break and getting it. Stormbringer trying to get a little bit of feeling back into his arm. Here we go. Irish whip. All the way across into the buckle goes to Stormbringer. And Bradley Graham, I think he caught a little bit of that boot right in his chin. Now Stormbringer go for a 1-2. Oh! Bradley Graham managing to kick out after a 2 count. Oh! That had to hurt right away. Stormbringer coming up empty. Nothing but ring apron is what he hit, and that has got to hurt. Bradley Graham going after it like a shark to blood. Look at this now. Test of strength. There's only one man in PPW who sits on top of that mountain, and his name is the big sexy beast, Bradley Graham. He is by far the strongest man Pure Power Wrestling has. And as a former powerful competitor myself, wait a minute. Watch this now. Bradley Graham out of, ooh. That had mix-up written all over it. Now it's, what? Stormbringer out of the way. Bryn Watts taking the full assault from Bradley Graham. Now Bradley Graham going into the Stormbringer in the ring. Look at the smile. Bryn Watts looking like he, oh my goodness. Bryn Watts enraged. Stormbringer again pleading to his best friend to forgive him for that miscommunication. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Stormbringer trying unsuccessfully to either get back in the ring or get the attention of Bryn Watts. But miscommunication again. Bryn Watts ends up on his arse again. And the bad seeds of bad blood again. Big Sexy Beast barely able to contain his smile watching these two disintegrate right in front of him. Stormy.
Cowboy! I know things aren't going well. I know that we seem to get... Cowboy, I'm sorry. Cowboy, remember the good old days? Remember when you and me, we would get a couple of broads, we'd sit in the back of the pickup truck, we'd drive out into the country, and we would hang out with our friend Jack. And now, hey Cowboy, remember how we'd get to know those ladies a little better, right Cowboy? Remember those days? Cowboy, here we are, Cowboy, here we are. That's good old times. Here we go, Cowboy. Here we go. Pull that cup out.
Top it up.
Pull that cup out. Here we go.
Top it up.
Here we go, Cowboy.
Top it up.
Here we go, Cowboy. You hang on to that one for you. Right. That one's yours. Right. Here we go. This one's for me. Just like old times, Cowboy. Just like old times.
Bryn Watts just stepped through the curtain, and what I gotta say for the Cowboy is a pretty ridiculous looking set of wrestling tights. Whoa! Cowboy a little bit upset still with Stormbringer after a series of unfortunate I think you're gonna wrestle just the same, Cowboy. I mean, it doesn't matter what you wear, brother. You're Cowboy Bryn Watts is just beside himself due to the fact that his wrestling attire got spilled on earlier on, and now he's got to come out here wearing unit shorts, which is, I mean, it's better than coming out here wearing nothing at all. I mean, somebody was obviously kind enough to offer Bryn Watts something that he can come out and wrestle in. There's the bell to start this off, and Ref Rachel hopefully in control, but I don't know if anybody can control the rage that Cowboy Bryn Watts has been showing as of late. I mean, Killer B literally taking his life in his hands as Cowboy Bryn Watts opens up with a knee in the breadbasket, and watch this now. Watch this, Cowboy Bryn Watts. I'm telling you, unbelievable suplex. Everything he does is just...
I look ridiculous! I'm supposed to be sexy cowboy!
Wow. Everything Bryn Watts does, as I was saying, is done with such precision and such excellence. Watch now. A right hand delivered with spite, and now Cowboy Bryn Watts hurling the Killer Bee on the outside.
Supposed to be sexy cowboy.
Squishy cowboy! Squishy cowboy got wet pants! Stupid pig!
Listen to Bryn Watts still going on about having to wear shorts. I mean, it's unfortunate that your ring gear got soaked, but I mean, you're still a stellar performer, Cowboy. Think about that. You're still one of the best. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen to those clubbing blows to the back of Killer B. Oh my goodness. Wow. Bryn Watts just laying into the Killer Bee, and now into the ring steps. Ref Rachel starting a 10 count. Listen to those. Oh my goodness. Driving the air out of the... Oh, stay on that side of the table there, Bryn Watts. Stay on that side of the table, brother. I don't want anything to do with that spite. That guy's energy is frightening. Now back into the ring. Bryn Watts in control. I mean, it's clear Bryn Watts is in control. Killer B has barely gotten out of the gates, and Bryn Watts was all over him. Striking, and he just delivers that suplex time and again. Oh, look at that right hand. My goodness. Check your chicklets, Killer B. Here we go. Fisherman suplex. I love this. Boom! Oh my goodness. Killer B, you better tap out, brother. Oh boy, Texas Cloverleaf. Texas Cloverleaf, that's it, that's all. That is definitely over. That is over.
Get off of him.
I look ridiculous!
Not my problem. The match is over. You can go back.
Ref Rachel instructing Bryn Watts to get to the back. His match is over, but I don't know that Bryn Watts is really inclined to listen. No, throwing the Killer Bee out of the ring again. Really upset that he feels he looks ridiculous, but I tell you, in victory, man, you looked fantastic. It's over now, Bryn. You won. You won, brother. Wait a second. What's this?
Hey, Cowboy. Hey, Cowboy. There's no need for that. Taking extra liberties against the bee like that? You want to take some extra liberties? Why don't you and I go next week and see if you can pull that crap with me? Hey? What do you think? Huh?
Folks, I'm not sure if you heard at home what Travis Copeland just said, but
Sexy cowboy! Says it right there! Stupid shorts!
Travis Copeland objecting. Here we go. I'm excited for this. Wait a minute. Cyanide does not look like he's ready or able to compete. Tyler Knox out with him. I'm not sure what's going on here.
You know, I'm a little heartbroken. I came here tonight ready to fight, ready to get my hands on that weasel Jumpin' Josh. but PPW and its inept management didn't bother clearing the ice out back, and I slipped on the way in. As you can see, I am no longer medically cleared to compete. That's the bad news.
Wow.
The good news is I have an exciting return for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Vinny Valentine!
Wait, what? What? No. Oh, man. Say it isn't so. Say it isn't so. That is the last thing I expected or wanted to see when I got
Vinny
here
Valentine
today.
is back. Vinny Valentine is the brains behind this organization. I've been away making phone calls, getting my lineup of what Vinny Valentine wants. And who do I have right now? I have the best wrestler in Western Canada. Give it up, Sydney Steele!
Oh, so now we got our fake cruiserweight champion and our current heavyweight champion.
There we are.
We're going to take on Dewey, Robson, and Jumpin' Josh. That's fantastic. Sydney Steele clearly stepping in for financial gain, obviously. He just told Vinny Valentine he better have his money. I'd say welcome back, Vinny Valentine, but Mother taught me never say anything you don't mean. See two champions in the ring. Our heavyweight champion, Sydney Steele. Our cruiserweight champion, Tyler Knox, who is only the cruiserweight champion because A, Cyanide did a little bit of trickery, and B, Tyler Knox himself hasn't defended it yet. I'm pretty sure if he defended that title in a one-on-one contest, Tyler Knox would not do that well. He's not that well trained just yet. The guy's got potential, but as of yet, he's still a lot underdeveloped, if you see what I mean. Now, here we go. Jumpin' Josh and Dewey Robson making their way to the ring. Jumpin' Josh got a little bit of a smile back on his face after he was, it was awful what they did to him to take the title from him. It was just plain, I don't even know what to call it because this is television and I know there are women and children listening and I just cannot use those words, what they did to Jumpin' Josh, but it was wrong what they did to Jumpin' Josh. Anyway, Jumpin' Josh, like I said, he's getting back to himself. Dewey Robson got a smile always before he competes. He really can. Dewey Robson's come such a long way. Rookie of the week of the year, by my estimation. And there's a bell to start that one. We are underway. Jumpin' Josh. Well, of course, Tyler Knox, I'm hoping is recovered from this COVID he claimed the conditions of COVID or whatever it was he missed out on last week. Here we go again. Here we go, part two. Take two. Sydney Steele stepping in against Dewey Robson. These guys had an amazing bout last week. Sydney Steele coming out on top, and it really took a lot out of him. Now you can see collar and double tie-up. Dewey Robson getting a side headlock on heavyweight champion Sydney Steele. Lot of trash talking on either side right now. This is exciting, folks. There is. Oh, wait a minute. Watch. Sydney Steele getting Dewey Robson down to one knee. Took away that vertical base. Took away the leverage. Popped his head out, and now he's got a rear waist lock. That was very slick. See if Dewey can find a way out of this. Slides the hand in. Yeah. And he's got a boom. Reverse it. Oh, that was very nice. Most people do a full reversal all the way into a rear waist lock of their own. Dewey Robson electing for a wrist lock instead. Headbutting that arm wringer. Do it again, Dewey. Do it again. Headbutt that arm wringer. Here are these two communicating with each other as to what it is they want to do with the heavyweight champion. Off the rope, double hip toss. Well executed. Dewey and Josh on the same page. Tyler Knox a little bit anxious on the outside. He was ready to come in and break something up or cheat, I'm sure. If any time you lose my voice, it's because the loud echo of Vinny Valentine, as soon as he opens that cavernous mouth of his, everything just kind of changes around here. It's hard to hear yourself think. Watch it. Oh. Sydney Steele way too powerful. Jumpin' Josh tried a headlock takeover, and Sidney Steele just with plain power stuffed him out of nowhere. It was fantastic. Watch this now. Watch this. Irish whip. Up. Look! High Jumpin' Josh. There we go. High Jumpin' Josh got on that. Up and over. A nice hip toss. Finally able to take Sidney Steele off his feet. Now a front face lock. Looks like an arm in guillotine if Josh can just cinch that up. Nope. Sidney Steele powering out of that one as well. When you're the heavyweight champion, going against the smallest guy in the roster, you have a definite advantage. Now Tyler Knox finally in the ring, hammering away on Jumpin' Josh. Headlock takeover, Jumpin' Josh on his back. Watch now as he rolls his hips around. Step one, roll your hips. Tyler Knox. Oh, excuse me, folks. I've been talking way too much this week. Here we go. Jumpin' Josh, instead of rolling his hips and standing up, elects to use the head scissors to get himself out of that headlock. Let's see if Tyler Knox can manage to get himself free from this predicament. Pops the head out. Oh my goodness. That drop kick found its mark as Jumpin' Josh shows the pain on his face. Only got a 1 count though. Jumpin' Josh breaking free, laying in the forearms. Watch this now. Dewey Robson in, laying a boot to the side of Tyler Knox. Ooh, high knee in the breadbasket. Tyler Knox in all kinds of trouble if he can't get himself on the other side of the ring. Let's see here, Jumpin' Josh and Dewey Robson really had the ring cut off nicely. Here we go, Dewey off the rope, dropping the elbow. Tyler Knox getting in deeper and deeper trouble. If he keeps on taking this assault, he may find himself in a position from whence he cannot come back. Look at this now. Jumpin' Josh just drove 2 feet right into the chest of Tyler Knox. Beautiful headlock takeover. Wait a second. Oh, Jumpin' Josh. Jumpin' Josh with the headlock takeover, and that was hard to explain, the headlock takeover, and then Tyler Knox managed to put it into a pinning predicament, and Jumpin' Josh, quicker than a hiccup, grabbed the bottom rope with both feet. Now we're right back where we started with Jumpin'. There we go. Tyler Knox rolling the hips, pushing himself up. Jumpin' Josh not releasing that headlock. Tyler Knox going to have to work for it. Look at that reversal. Very nice. I think Tyler Knox just powered his way out of that one and got himself in a nice front position. Sidney Steele now in with a headbutt to the side and the ribs of Jumpin' Josh. My goodness. That really did some damage, that one headbutt. That drove a lot of air out of the body of poor Jumpin' Josh. Now watch this. Up and, whoa! Jumpin' Josh managing a tag off of that predicament. Dewey Robson in with a clothesline. Sidney Steele onto his back. Dewey Robson now in control. Oh, stiff blow to the back of Sidney Steele. Somebody get my olanzapine. I'm losing control of myself here. Here we go. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Ref Glenn needs to get control of this one. That is a blatant kick in the back by a man who's not legal in the ring right now.
Did you even ask us?
Now Sidney Steele, look at him lean all of his weight onto Dewey Robson, who just wilts down into the mat. He will not quit though, folks. Dewey Robson, he would rather die than quit. There's no way he will quit, and now he's fighting his way back up. Look at that contorted neck. Look at Dewey Robson. How is he fighting through this? Sidney Steele with all kinds of, and now Dewey Robson. Just as I was about to speak, Dewey Robson burying his elbow into the breadbasket. Sidney Steele threw him down to the mat. Put him and his teammate Tyler Knox back in the driver's seat. Let's see if Tyler Knox can maintain. Oh, nice kick. See if Tyler Knox can maintain control of Dewey Robson. Get these two one step closer to a pinfall or submission victory. That's an interesting hold. That's an interesting toll that Tyler Knox is executing right now. I'm not exactly sure what you call it, but if he pushes on the back of Dewey's head and pushes Dewey's if he pushes Dewey's chin into Dewey's own elbow, he might have himself a choke there.
Out you go. Jeez. Out you go.
Oh, let me give you advice right now, folks. Do not sip cold coffee in the middle of the main event. Into the turnbuckle. Sidney Steele driving Dewey Robson's head. Watch this now. Come on, ref. You got to get in there. This interference from the outside. You can't be keeping allowing this. No, Sidney Steele laying the boots into Dewey Robson, who is in no man's land. He is about as far away from his tag team partner as he can be, and he is on the receiving end of a boot down by Sidney Steele, who tags in Tyler Knox, and Tyler Knox continues to boot down. Tyler Knox tagging in Steele, and Steele continues to boot down. My goodness. Dewey Robson just had all the air booted out of him by both Tyler Knox and your heavyweight champion, Sidney Steele. That was relentless. I was able to fight back, though. Dewey Robson, a flurry of forearms. How was he able to manage this? That is one tough hombre, folks, let me tell you. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, you know, if he was 3 or 4 inches closer, this would be a different match right now. But, oh. Watch this. Watch. Boom! Sidney Steele just ate an Inseguri, and he is on Dream Street. Dewey Robson trying to find the energy and the presence of mind to get over to his corner to tag in Jumpin' Josh, a fresh man. Tyler Knox is on the outside, not sure what time it is. Jumpin' Josh, boom, big clothesline. And again, big clothesline. Sidney Steele, wow! Sidney Steele eating a sling blade. Jumpin' Josh in control and on fire. Heavyweight champion, and watch this. Boom! Jumpin' Josh is laying him in there. 1, 2, and oh my goodness, that was close. That was close. This is exciting. Tyler Knox conspicuous by his absence, at least by my angle. I can't see where he is. Now watch this. Oh, Jumpin' Josh with a drop toe. You know what it's called. You saw it. Watch this now. Watch this. He's dialing up to 619. Dewey and Josh at the same time. Boom! Sidney Steele just ate 4 wrestling boots, at least size 6, for 2, and a double drop kick. Your heavyweight champion is on his heels. Wait a second. Nah, come on, don't do this, Tyler Knox. You guys, this is a great match. Don't do this, Knox. Jumpin' Josh, good boy, duck under. 1, 2, 3. Did he get him? Jumpin' Josh got him. Ha ha! What? Tyler Knox can't figure out what happened. Let me clue you in, son. You tried to cheat, and Jumpin' Josh took advantage of you, and Jumpin' Josh pinned your shoulders to the mat for a 1, 2, 3. Ha ha! Now Dewey Robson staking his claim on what is now Tyler Knox's championship belt. Wait a second. Wait a second.
You're missing something in this picture. I got screwed, you didn't.
Whoa. Wait a second.